Hey guys, Glenn Azar here, your personal coach and adventure director at Adventure Professionals. And you know, it's not quite 6:30 in the morning and I'm heading up to Mission Ridge, one of the major battles on the Kokoda track. And the big unit's struggling a little bit. It's the 51st time I've been on the track. Sun's beaten down early, sweating, and doing it a little bit tough. Now, if I was here in 1942, at the age of 43 that I am now, I'd be one of the senior guys. We had kids out here, 18, 17 years old, 21, out here fighting the Japanese, 2.5 hours north of Brisbane. Let that sink in a little. But for me, as I struggle up here, walking and talking, there's a little bit more in this, because behind me, you see, I've got some guys and girls 55 to 70 years old, veterans, Vietnam vets and other conflicts. And these guys and girls are pushing up these hills and I haven't heard a single word of complaint. Now, I've heard them say it's tough and I've heard them say I wonder how I'll get through the next day, but at no stage is there any quitting these guys, and that's the Australian spirit. That's what keeps me going. So I'm going to be up here setting up for a briefing and just talking to them about the Australian spirit and this ferocious battle on Mission Ridge Brigade Hill, quite possibly one of the most ferocious battles ever fought on land by Australian soldiers, particularly land that was so close to Australia. And the guys and girls behind me, they typify that Maroubra Force spirit, that Australian spirit. They're fighters. They're fighting their own demons. They're from their own history in war and service. And they're doing that with a huge thanks to Mates for Mates, who do an amazing job. If you can ever get behind an organisation that looks after our servicemen and women, please get behind Mates for Mates. I'm almost at the top. I know I'm puffing like I'm 70, but I'm not. But these guys and girls, they're fighting their demons, as I mentioned, plus they've got to come up these hills and they've got to power through it. Never a word of complaint. So I guess I just want you to think a little bit about that when life gets a little bit tough, particularly for my Aussie friends out there. You're Australians, you've got fighting spirit. It's born and bred in us, whether you choose to live here or whether you're born here. And I just want you to take that with you. Look up the Maroubra Force. They were the guys that fought out here and did amazing things in 1942, along with some of their mates. And, we're out here still doing it thanks to Mates for Mates. Cheers.